Hey guys, welcome. It's the Two Live Crew. We are back with the Hood movie review. We so glad you decided to tune in and watch us here on YouTube. We want you to like, subscribe. Don't forget to click that little bell so you can get all of the notifications when we have new shows coming out. I want to say what up, though, to the crew. We got the real Tanya. We got Jamie, State Farm or Progressive. Which one? One of them. We got First Lady Sasha, and of course, we got Stick to the Script. And we are here doing, you know what, this week, I really love our choice this week. I don't know if everyone agrees with me, but I love our choice of movie this week. It's really not a movie, but it is what did I say earlier? It's a theatrical masterpiece.
The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter, daughter to your union and the hope baby you provide, you provide.
This is Hamilton.
The hit play Hamilton. It has been sold out on Broadway, go to state. It's always sold out. I've always wanted to go to the play, never could get the tickets. So I was so glad when Disney Plus added it to their lineup on streaming. So it is the 2016 performance, I want to say, but I enjoyed it. That mug is long. It's an intermission in between, but it's a musical and it's educational. It's about history, but the way that they bring it, it's a hip hop musical. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. I watched it twice, not in a row because I'm not a lunatic, okay? But I did watch it twice. I enjoyed it. You know what? I won't start. Someone else can start. Go ahead. Anybody, jump in here.
Yeah, so I really liked it. And I was surprised that I really liked it. Cause I don't know, there's something about plays like that feel exclusive sort of thing. I've probably only been to see 4 plays in my entire life. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't like plays, but it's a space where you feel like you don't belong because it's expensive to go. Those 4 plays are the 4 plays I've been able to afford in my life, and Hamilton is no exception. So I don't know, I'm getting too far deep, I guess, in the weeds of the cultural problems with plays in general. But it being depicted as a film works out because I can pay $6 for all 3 members of my family can see it, right?
Right.
But yeah, I had a good time with the music. I love the idea that usually, with plays, it feels like it's maybe the same 12 to 15 plays over and over that get applauded sort of thing, and none of them have to do with, I don't know, American music and American culture that's actually shaped us. It got a lot to do with portions of culture that almost feel extinct sort of thing. So it was good for music that I associate my identity with to actually be celebrated in a way where it's in this, I don't know, elite setting or something like that. But it's also true that just the historical ramifications of everything, it's true that it's as things were happening, you're cocking your head to the side I don't remember that in history. I remember they would say, oh, we're about to go do this particular battle. And you were like, yeah, I remember that battle. I remember the date that battle happened because I had to write that down. Because it's history, the way it's taught, is just like this rote memorization, and you just got to remember dates and stuff. Like, you don't, the idea of understanding what really culturally was significant at the time is not something they go into, and that's why we just repeat history all the time, I guess. But anyways, love the music, love the idea that somebody did all of the historical research for me, and I could just sit there and absorb it all. Only thing I was disappointed in is the fact that, you know, I didn't see it years ago, because it looks like they did this taping in 2016. I'm like, where has it been? You know, like, you've been selling these $800 tickets from the beginning of eternity.
Right.
How many $800 tickets that Jamie can't afford do you need before the people that you're depicting can actually afford to go see it? But anyways,
good point.
Lovely.
What would you give it on the Fago scale?
On the Fago scale, I mean, it is, you know, it would get a 5 if I would have been able to afford to see it. So I'm gonna say it's gonna get 4.5 stars. I really enjoyed, the his wife's sister. I forget what her name is in there, but I don't care. She always go be Evangeline from One Life to Live. I don't care. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't care how many times she in Color Purple. I don't care how many times she in Hamilton. That's Evangeline from One Life to Live. So 4.5 Fagos, and she's.
I really enjoyed the movie. The wardrobe, I think, was phenomenal. I think that I really enjoyed the way they formatted history, like Jamie was saying. Because even children, they learn through music. That's just like the ABCs. You make that out of a rhyme or whatever. But it even had me checking back on my facts and stuff. And I like the way they transitioned from one scene to another scene. They tried to make it all flow. Even when they was moving the props, they made it flow, because I was watching how they made the pen float all the way off the stage. And the bullets, the way the bullets were on the stage, I think that was just a wonderful idea. I always like plays, and I go to plays a lot. I did enjoy it. I think they could have probably left the intermission section out of it. If they was gonna film it, they should have just continued it on instead of putting that segment in there. I always love Leslie Owen. His voice is phenomenal. But he did a great job. Not to say that all the rest of them, they did a wonderful job. I really enjoyed the movie. Would I watch it again? I probably would. I would give it 4.5 Fagos. The only section that I did not like was King George.
Why?
The actor, every time he's acting or singing, he projects. And so it's like his saliva is everywhere. It almost grossed me out to even see him sing that certain section. And I'm like, why did the cameraman even do a close-up on him to watch him spray everything on the stage, including himself?
That must have been significant.
That was something that they
was wet.
And he didn't even try to recover. You know how most actors, if they doing something, they try to clean it up on the real low so you won't notice it. No, he just looked a sloppy mess out there on the stage, and I did not like it at all. It would have been 5 Fagos, but if couldn't clean that up for me, so they got 4.5 Fagos. They need to clean it up.
Some significance to that, because you're right, they did zoom in on him and made sure we saw that, and that is something I just cannot stand. Slob and all of that. Anyway, ill. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it could have been 5 Fagos, but it's 4.5 for me, just because you know
killed it.
that killed it just a little bit for me. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie though.
6. Hello.
Y'all hear me?
So I enjoyed it. It's not my first play I ever seen, watched. So it was different. I kept hearing about it. I was just like, well, all I heard was it was good. It was expensive. So I was like, maybe one day I'll check it out. Um, Shout out to Disney for that. They did a good job on that, letting everybody see it during this time of 2020. I did enjoy the cast. A lot of uh, very creative. It was a lot of creativity. It was a lot of talented people. I seen people that have been just supportive or supporting roles in maybe bigger productions. But I was surprised to, I was surprised to see Leslie Odom. I always see him on a commercial, but I know he's breaking out of that, and he's doing a good job. I also saw the brother from Spike Lee's.
She's gotta have it.
Yeah, she's got to have it. I think he's Puerto Rican. He might be Puerto Rican and black. I'm not sure, but he's Puerto Rican. He played he played the son. I can't think of the other part he played, but he played Hamilton's son.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He did a good job.
He did.
The different parts of history that they included, you got to, like First Lady said, you got to go back and check them out because that's a lot of history, and it was a long time ago because you learned that you pretty much late elementary through high school. So there's a lot of things you got to go back and kind of refresh. And I was looking at Hamilton. I was like, okay, the picture of him is kind of weird, in person portrayed him. And then you see that, just a little tidbit, I think he had more than just that son that him and his wife birthed. And I think he had about 4 or 5 more kids. So I was just like, oh, wow, okay. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. Shout out to the cast. Shout out for doing it in a hip hop style that we understand, fast paced, and a lot of music and singing. So my Fago pick would be Grape because it was royalty. That's what it was. It was it was royal all the way around.
All right. How many did you give it?
Oh, I gave it 5.
Oh, you gave it 5 Fagos?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Because Sticks gave us a hard time about this movie.
Right. I'm shocked.
We're not in the right genre when we went here. It was something different. But Latrice, I want you to go before I go.
Okay. Just as anticipated, like I said before, I had been wanting to see this play for the longest. I was not disappointed. I thoroughly enjoyed it. From the props to the costumes. The props, they really had me, like they had something like a rotating floor. So like when they were walking, it actually looked like they were like walking through the park and, really, but they really stayed in the same area the whole time. But I enjoyed it so much. And I actually learned some things that I didn't know. And it did have me looking up stuff to see, who was this person, who was that person. I like that it had a diverse cast. Actually, almost the whole cast was Black and brown people. So, just speaking to the talent, I really he played several parts. The guy that played Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson? The one with the curly hair. He played on Blackish. Yes, as Lafayette. He played on Blackish. He's a cool actor. I really like him. The cast was phenomenal. The singing, I actually downloaded the soundtrack on iTunes. I know I go too far, but still, I liked it that much. The song choices and the fact that they could even remember all of that stuff, but they do thousands of productions, and I'm going to, of course, give it 5. I got to give it that red pop because, that's you know what? No, I give it Rock and Rye. Rock and Rye is an awesome drink. So we give it 5. And I just enjoyed it thoroughly.
All right, y'all. Okay, so we got 30 seconds. So I'm going to say, I can't put it in a Fago category. It was just so different. I'm going to give it 4 boxes of King vitamins. That's what it was. I thought they had bars. They really had some nice bars. But the thing about this type of movie, it is a musical, period.